Hi, it's Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. Today I'm making a card using the Boho Indigo bundle. So this is a medley and it comes with stamp set, dies, DSP, embellishments, embossed card elements, 2 spools of ribbon, and some lovely little flowers. And I've got this stored, not where I store most things, so I forget about it. So I recently decided to put the stamp set and the die set where I normally store to remind me. And as I'm still waiting on my order, fortunately us in the UK have suffered because of Brexit, so we have got delays. Mine's still in Frankfurt. So I thought, yeah, I've got loads. Why am I worried? I know we all want new stuff, don't we? So I played with this. Now I made this. This is using the Dandy Garden DSP just to have a play. And I wanted to, this is 6x6 sheets as you get in this set. And I just wanted to cover the envelope. So we've got a margin because that is more than 6 inches. But I still thought that was quite cute. But I'm going to make it, I was going to make it with another sheet from Dandy Garden, and I thought, why don't I use the lovely DSP that comes with the Boho Indigo set, because that was actually why I bought it, because I liked the DSP, and it's beautiful. It's night navy and very vanilla, and it's just lovely. So you get these 6 designs. I have used this before, and then on the other side you've got not quite so dark, really lovely. I've done some masculine cards using that sheet just to show it was versatile. So yeah, so you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different designs, so you get 8 sheets of each. So it's 48. That is correct, Jez, well done. So I went through and I'm decided I'm going to use that one and this one for this project. So I'm using a Night of Navy card base, so it's just half a sheet, and then my usual mats, one for the front and one for the back. So I'm just going to cut the 2 rectangles, and you know, I've forgotten what size I cut it to. That was useful, wasn't it? That looks like 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. Are they both the same size? No, that one's 3 1/2 by 4 1/2. So I did cut them so that they would kind of mat together. I cut them so that I'd have a strip left over to go on the flap of the envelope. So 4 1/2. That looks quite wide. Did I meant to go? It's 4 1/2 long, you Burke. So it's 3 1/2 wide, isn't it? Yeah, because that was the strip I used on the envelopes. Good job, I checked. 3 1/2 by 4 1/2. That's that one. Yep. And then this one was 3 1/4. I've done it the wrong way around. I wanted this to be on the back. I wanted this on the back. Never mind, I'll chop it down. I'll chop this down then. So if that's the back at 3 1/4, I'll chop this down to 3 by 4. There we go. Don't know where my brain is. There. So it's going to be slightly different. So we're just going to have a smaller thing in the centre, which is okay. I don't mind that. I can move these out of the way. Now, it's not like I need to save cardstock, but I did save a bit of cardstock in that I punched the vase, not punched, die cut even the vase out of the DSP, just to save a little bit of DSP. So the dies, so I went for this shape, although now we're smaller, I'm wondering if I do want that or if I want a smaller vase. Maybe this size might be better. Yeah, let's change it completely. Let's just change it completely. We want that die for the flowers. So I'm stamping these flowers 3 times, so we've got a nice bunch, and then we're just going to die cut that out of this, and I'm going to die cut it right out the middle because I want the flowers to show. So I might cut it out of that bit, and then I've still got room to overlap, or I might go a little bit there, just so we've got that nice pattern for when the flowers go on. So I've got my little mini, so I can, it fits. So I put that on there. I might have thought about it and cut this a different way, but you know what I thought did? I thought didn't come into my mind, it would seem. So I'm going to cut it there so that that flower's sort of nicely in the middle-ish. I say, I don't know why I'm saving DSP, because I've got loads, but you might want, I imagine that you want to save your DSP and make it stretch, so that's why I am showing you. So that's lovely, and that will overlap nicely like so. And then we need to do some stamping of the flowers, which we will then die cut, so I'm not going to move those completely off. So I'm using Very Vanilla because that's the colour. In the DSP I used Whisper White for the other, although it's basic white now, isn't it? We've got no more Whisper White. So I did 3, and I chose that piece of DSP because the flowers match. There we go. So those can be die cut, and then I'm going to, that fit, yeah. So I'm sending such happy news, which we don't have a lot of that right now, do we? So there we go. On the other one, I heat embossed. Thought that was quite a nice little look. I'm not doing it on this one. Gonna do it different. So I'm just showing you how you can make a card and then just change it slightly to get a slightly different look. I'm just going to move a trimmer. Nearly lost the die then. So let's get those die cut out. Some sets give you multiples to make this sort of job easier. So if you've ever got a die set and go, why have I got 2 flowers? Well, it's so you can cut 2 out at the same time, saves you time. This one doesn't, but it's no matter. With this little one, it's quite handy. Doesn't take long to go back and forth. So we've got 1 flower, 2 flowers. So I hope everybody's okay, keeping well. Weather's shocking. I can't remember the last time I went out, to be fair. So, well, I have been busy actually. So working. and do a bit of freelance work, and I've been doing a bit of that. So that's kept me busy. I did actually have to go out to my son's house the other day. Probably first time I've been in his house for about a year. We're in a bubble because he lives alone, and but we've often passed his house and we've gone for walks because he does live within walking distance, and he's never invited us in. It's so funny. And so we'll sit and chat on the doorstep for like 20 minutes. We never think to invite us in. But I had to go around and wait for deliveries. Just had a new bathroom fitted, and spent the money that he would have spent going to America last summer. Figured that he will have saved enough money again when, by the time we can go back on holiday, he'll have saved that money again. So we may as well have a new bathroom. So something pleasant coming out of this situation. His bathroom's lovely. So yeah, so Mum, who works from home, is always called in to go and sit in, because it's just typical that the day that the bathroom was started was the day that he started back working in the office. So that looks a bit longer. I might have cut that a bit wrong. Don't think I did. There we go. So got that. Got the flowers. It's looking too busy to me, you know. I'm looking at that and it's looking far too busy. I'm not sure that I like it. That's looking slightly better, isn't it? Maybe that's the way to go. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Right, for this, I want a fussy cut. Just to do something different. I need my glasses if I'm going to fussy cut. Which aren't next to my desk. Found another pair the other day, which I think are a bit stronger than this, so I might swap over. Right, so I'm just gonna fussy cut round. So I just want to show you a different way. I say I did it. Heat and boss, cut each word out for the other. I'm not the best. Just like, do as I say, but not as I do. Kind of keep the scissors, remove the paper. But, see, I mean, it's not actually necessarily the best sentiment for doing this, because it's quite straight. But there is a bit of movement here. And I quite like the look. And if you're building up your stock, then you might not have something that would cut this out quite like that. There we go. And that can go across the bottom quite nicely. Now, I did put a bit of Whisper White twine on there, and we have got some twine in the new catalogue. Woo! Just poke me head. What you like, Jazz? What are you like? So we've got this double twine, and that's Night of Navy. So that's cool. That works. It's a twin pack, so you've got basic grey and Night of Navy. So I can do a little bow without twisting it. poke that through. Easier said than done. Oh, there we are. So I'll pull that. Done it. There we go. Didn't actually need that much, but sometimes you need a bigger piece so that you can tie the bow and then you cut bits off. There we go. So now all I need to do is glue it all together. So I'm going to glue that in, time lapse for you. So there's the card all stuck together, and so now I'm just going to cover the envelope. And I say, when I did it last time, I sort of trimmed it so we had a bit of a margin, bit of a faff. I'm going to do this one without that bit of a margin, so I'm going to trim it down a little bit. You might have noticed that I did trim the card. I cut it at 6 inches. Don't know how I did that. Not thinking properly. So this measures just shy of 2. No, 2 1/4. So was that 2 1/4? Oh, I'm going to double check everything. Yeah, 2 1/4. Will fit nicely on that flap. We just have it showing a bit on the edge, but I think it's fine. Oh, and then we've got a bit of this. I could stick on the inside. Oh, cooking on gas. We'll do that. Would have been better to have done it before I stuck it down. So, oh, let's trim it. So it's trimmed to there. There we go. So get that stuck in there. I do like doing that with little bits of DSP. Oh no, little bits of DSP. I just think it adds a little something to the card. Nice little bit of interest, nice surprise. Steps it up a little bit, makes it just a wee bit special, even when it's not quite straight. Oh, it'll have to go down there. I've just lifted it a bit. Tombow dries so quick. You get a slight bit of wigglage, but not much. And I add pressed. Right, let's go around the edge. I love Stampin' Up! Envelopes. Such good quality. Good colour match. And they've brought out basic white to go with the new basic white cardstock. And it's still the same lovely shape, which I like. And they make lovely additions to, if you do mini albums or like me, junk journaling, they make really nice pockets. So I'm just going to trim that up there. trim it round. Might cut a little bit into the envelope there. I don't think there's any might about it. I did. There we go. So I think, even though you've got a little bit missing there, I still think that that finishes off really well. So that is my cards. One with the Boho Indigo paper and one with the Dandy Garden. I've been doing yellow and blue a lot lately. So that's Bumblebee, Night of Navy. Which do you like best? All details over on my blog with the measurements, and links to my shop down below if you wish to purchase anything. And hopefully by now, when this goes out, they'll have ironed out a few of the issues at the border, and we might be getting our orders a little bit quicker. They are coming through. I keep seeing every day people go, yay, my orders arrived. So yeah. Okay, stay safe. See you again soon.